evening, YouTube. This is Linda. Welcome back. Tonight's video is going to be a whisper video, and I'm going to share with you a secret about myself. Every once in a while, every now and then, I sometimes smoke a pipe. And tonight I'm going to share with you my vast collection of both of my pipes, and I'll show you how I prepare them to smoke. The first pipe I'm going to show you is this one. This is hand carved out of briar. I found this at a Renaissance festival. It's a beautifully made pipe. I call this pipe my Gandalf pipe because of the long stem. This is my other pipe. This pipe is made out of meerschaum. Meerschaum is a type of mineral that is very lightweight and porous, and it makes very good material for making into pipes because the meerschaum acts as a kind of a filter for the tobacco, and it smokes cool. And it's very lightweight. The downside about meerschaum is that it's very fragile, so if I were to drop this, it might break. And it's also easily scratched, so you have to be careful with it. When I first bought this pipe, it was a pure snow white in color, and as I used it, it gradually gets darker and darker each time. I think it's a beautiful piece of work. The artist carved his name right there on the side. If you look on the inside of my pipes, you'll see there's a layer of black carbon inside each one. And this layer of carbon is called the cake. And you want a little bit of a carbon to be inside of your pipe because it helps it smoke more smoothly and burn a little more coolly. It keeps the pipe from overheating. The difference between smoking a briar pipe and smoking a meerschaum pipe is that when you smoke a briar pipe, you build up moisture on the inside of the pipe. And so when you are finished smoking a briar pipe and you've emptied all the tobacco out, you want to let the briar pipe rest for at least a day so that the wood completely a pipe tool. This pipe tool has a scraper, a poker, and a tamper. And I'll show you in a bit how these things are used. The tobacco I have here is just regular plain old pipe tobacco, nothing really fancy. And then finally you'll need some way to light your pipe. I use matches because I'm an old-fashioned kind of girl. So let's fill this pipe. You put tobacco into your pipe in 3 parts. The first part is you simply drop the tobacco into the bowl of the pipe until you fill the bowl all the way to the top. Like so. When the tobacco is all the way at the top, you want to press the tobacco down. You want to do it firmly, but not too firm. You want the tobacco to have a little bit of springiness to it. And it's trial and error, but you learn to gauge how springy the tobacco should be, but you can see how far down into the bowl of the pipe I press the tobacco. And then you fill the bowl of the pipe a second time with tobacco. You fill it all the way to the top. And then you press the tobacco down a second time. Then finally you fill the pipe the rest of the way to the top. And then you press down a final time. You want to pack it down firmly, but you still want the tobacco to have a little bit of spring. Now it's time to light the tobacco. Light the top of the tobacco in your pipe while drawing on it.